What's up YouTube, Radio here with the next deck profile that I'm gonna do. It's Tiffany. She's the starter of dreams. She is the dream. Anyway, I mean she's there for the early game rush, plus 3s are great. Trigger lineup, I'm running 4 of the Jewel Knight crit with an effect, because he has an effect and it's not bad, it goes back to your deck. Drawing cards, yes, good stuff. And my awkward, too lazy to switch out. For the profile, we're running 8 crit. Don't mind the cards behind it. It's for the other build that Katako runs. This is my build on it. And then 4 draws. Not much to explain about that. And the 4 heals. Moving on to the grade 1s, we're running 4 Isolt PGs because of the name. You could probably go with the Holy Knight Guardian, but it's safer to just run pure Jewel Knight lineup for this build anyway. And then we're running 3 Saber Me's for the limit break removing. I guess you could cut it down since you can tutor 1s pretty easily, but I feel safer being able to draw into it too. And then we're running 4 Christines, the Fighters Collection unit. She is fantastic early game rush. Since if you don't know what it does, you can get Counterblast, reveal the 3, and you have to have 3 or more other Jewel Knights to resolve her effect. Use Superior Call of grade 3 from your deck, add it back to your hand at the end of the turn, and discard a card. So you can get Stride Fodder if you need it, and you just get early game pressure with Sword Me. Counterblast 2, get like 4 cards, Counterblast, get 2 cards off the Counterblast for a full field basically. And then continuing, 2 Symbol Me's, because getting plus 10s to units is fantastic, especially like even early game with the grade 2s that can Superior Call. You can just shove Tiffany in and then use these behind your Vanguard, because you can just make your Vanguard a 19 and hit numbers. It's great. And then I run 2 Shellys. 10k attackers, extra pressure, makes good lanes, late game, especially if you have nothing better to call off the grade 2s and stuff. Or if you're just lacking rear guards, you can just push it up and call something behind it. And then on to the grade 2s, we have Broken grade 2. Standard in pretty much any Royal Paladin deck, almost. At this point, if you can afford to run it, you run it. Everyone should know what Sword Me does by now.
He breaks the game.
He fixes the game totally. He counters Ripple, right? That's fixing the game.
Yeah.
We have 4 of the pseudo Sword Me's. Basically on hit, if you have 3 or more other Jewel Knights or something like, I think it was 3. I can't read from here, it's upside down, but it should be 3, like all the other Jewel Knight effects. You can still blast 1, Superior Call a grade 1 Jewel Knight or lower, I think. Don't quote me on the lower. I only ever call 1s. I would never want to call triggers, but yeah. So you can use that to call the grade 1 that Superior calls the 3 to get more field presence and aggroing. People have forgotten I can do that, and they let the 1 hit, and then like, oh, you have a full field, what are you going to do? Call some random unit? It's like, okay, and then you call the Fighters Collection unit, and then you get an extra attack in for an 18 column. It's pretty good. And then grade 2s, I run 3 Tracy's for the 12k to round off the 2s. For more pressure, good lanes, early game pressure, because I like to bully. I like to make really good lanes early game if I can. You know, 19s, those are great numbers to hit early game.
For you.
Or just 12s, especially with Ashley Reverse. I mean, just having a 12k attacker is pretty decent. And then, yeah, grade 3s, 3 Ashley Reverse. This is probably where people differ the most for me. 3 Salomes, because Salome is my favorite. But like, just the extra crit is great because you can make fantastic numbers early game, especially if you go first. You can make a 19 with a 7k behind her, and then hopefully you have the grade 2 with the on hit, and you just bully and watch them cry with all the damage you have to take early game or guard, and it just kind of ruins all their early game unless they can counter it back, which happens sometimes. It makes me sad. And rounding it off with 2 Daigos. he actually did something for me because early game I did have him with a 7k booster behind him, and then I actually hit for like 20, and that was actually pretty nice. So I had bullying going on. I did actually win with a Legion turn once, 35k with crit. That was no guarded. That was kind of cool. And then G Zone, 4 of that expensive card or something. Her skill is fantastic. You just flip copy over of something in your G Zone, no counterblast, and it gets +3 for every face-up copy of her. So you flip one over per burst, get +3 to everything. You can either flip on your next stride a different card, or this if you want to go hyper aggro. Since by the time you flip over the last one, or on the last one, your lanes will be +18, which is ridiculous, because she counts herself for that skill too. 2 Saint Blows for those moments when they're at 3, you know they don't have the perfect guard, but...
I don't know alt miles.
Oh, well, to be fair, an alt mile actually wouldn't have helped as much for me personally today. This would have won me a game if I could check a crit. No guarded me at 3, drive checks like a draw trigger. I'm just like, okay, well, I just lost. But yeah, the deck, if it doesn't like me, I just drive check 3s and get 3s all day, every day. Or don't get the 3s, period. Samuel, I've used him once actually. It got a lot of guard out of their hand.
Dude, I used Samuel multiple times today.
I know you did.
It's good for those moments when they're also at 3 and you actually have the full field. I want to get into guaranteed damage instead of risking the crit. And if you have the 2 open counterblast, that's kind of the issue. He's just heavy on counterblast, which you use for all your fun grade 2s and grade 1s. Fun, yes, fun. It's very fun rushing people down, right, Kelsey?
Yeah.
It hurts on the receiving end. I got rushed down playing Great Nature, and it was like, I went to 4 very fast, and I died very shortly after. But that's the whole deck.
I thought I died.
No, I died the first time.
Oh.
But yeah, that's the whole deck. Katako has his version. If he's going to upload it or not, I don't know. We'll see. See you guys next time.